Good afternoon, everybody. It is Brandon, also known as Slythr, and we have some very important news. You kind of have a rock that that you're not wearing right now because you were taking a shower. We're engaged. She's gonna get into the habit of wearing it, I promise. At least I would hope so. But
Such a bad view to say. I'm sorry. It's right here.
So about a week ago-ish now, we were kind of keeping it on the DL for a little bit because we wanted to tell all of the appropriate parties in the appropriate order. So like all of my close friends, the people that are going to be in our wedding list. What is that called? Wedding party. Like the main, yeah, okay.
The
So like
guest list?
yeah. So they knew, not the guest list because that's everyone, but I mean like the bridesmaids and the groomsmen.
Yeah.
And then obviously her parents, my parents, and then other family members. But yeah, we're engaged, and we just yesterday went to a venue. What is it called?
McCoy Center. It's called the McCoy Center. It's been around for, did you say like 50 years?
Something like that.
Something
yeah.
crazy. The building's been there for like almost 100 years, because it was like 20s. The
1920s decor.
Mm-hmm.
And it is gorgeous inside.
So pretty. And but they refurbished everything. Originally it was like a skating rink, and then they changed it to like a bingo building, and then the owners decided to change it into the McCoy Center, which is now an event center. So it's not just for weddings, but it's for like, certain business holiday events, or birthdays or quinceañeras or.
Yeah, and the venue, they have three different three different rooms.
Yeah.
That can all hold different people.
Two
we
on
only
the bottom,
need,
one on the top.
and we're getting the one on the top because we only need the smallest
we
one.
think.
Yeah.
We think because
we're looking at guest lists right now, and the number is fluctuating widely. I don't know how many people are gonna fly
I've already
out.
texted a few people to get an idea, and
Right.
everybody that I've texted except one have said they're gonna make it.
Oh, geez.
So, not everybody on the list, but everybody that I've texted in the area. So.
Got it. So upstairs, he said it can fit, quote, 80 comfortably. I looked at the floor plan, and there's 7 tables that can fit 8 each, so 56 plus 8 for the head table.
Yeah.
So that's 64. If we fit 10 to a table, like, okay, maybe 78, but then everyone's all squished together. And if it's more than 80...
We could also put
I don't know what we're
table.
gonna do.
We could also put a table closer to the head table,
Right.
and it can be our immediate family.
Oh yeah, so like the like my mom and dad and your mom and dad.
Yeah, like
on
the
either.
mother and father,
Okay.
and the in-laws and everything, and then they will go there, and then of course my grandmother would have to sit there too.
Right.
And,
I'm just really hoping that it's under 80. We'll figure it out, but
Yeah.
obviously we have 7 months to plan this thing. Already making really good headway. We also went cake tasting yesterday.
we did, and it was awesome. I loved where we went.
Yeah.
Out of all the places that I looked online, like it was the one with the most character. The lady Laura that talked to us. Her name was Laura, right?
It was like this cute little mom and pop, like family owned shop in downtown Dublin, and in that area, it's all like cutesy cottage village sort of like small town.
It looks like an
shops.
Irish village.
And we went there, and they did. They can do anything you want, custom. It's all creative, made to order cakes. So we're actually getting a hexagonal cake in our colors with our monogram, and it's 3 tiers.
I thought, is it 4 or 3?
No, it's 3 because it was the 12-inch, 9-inch, and 6-inch.
Right. So that it could. Okay, so it's the bigger one with the bigger middle, and then the smaller top, so that it's can.
Right.
Because we can't do a 4-inch hexagonal cake.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So, Suki, you're blocking mommy there.
She sees her shadow. She is doing this thing ever since she was like, we got her. Oh no, she's gonna jump up there.
No, she's not. She's fine.
She's a little adventurer.
Before, when we first got her, like, she was kind of still learning how to walk, and now she just darts all over the place.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
She's still a tiny little thing, but she's gone from like this big to this big in a 3-week span. And is it 3 weeks that we've had her now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
we changed her over to hard food. The transition worked pretty well. She's been because she was on like a liquidy food diet.
it was a rough start. Let's be honest.
Because she would get poop stuck to her butt because the poop was like kind of watery. I know that's TMI, but so we'd have to wipe her and like a baby basically. And as she transitioned to hard foods,
the infant that I never wanted.
so God, you sound so heartless. After we transitioned her to the hard food, she ended up taking it really well, and she doesn't get poop stuck to her butt because the movements are like solid. And
yeah, I can cuddle with her now. It's fine now.
Now, yeah. But she sleeps with us now, and she'll sleep on my pillow, like right up here. And she sleeps through the whole night on my pillow.
Yeah.
Like, she knows our sleeping schedule, and she knows when we go to bed.
And we have beds for them, but obviously they prefer to sleep with us.
Yeah, so they wait until... They might rest and stuff, but they'll wait until it's bedtime, and then they'll sleep with us.
Except for this one, which pounces on me at 8 in the morning because she needs to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So,
this one that snores when they have nasal problems.
Yeah, that too. That's what I have earplugs for.
I literally bought him earplugs. I've been having, like, it's not a cold, it's because I'm not a snorer. Like, you ask my whole family, I'm not a snorer. But, like, because of this, I don't know, something in my, I got sick, like a couple months back, and this cough has been staying with me. And ever since we've been here, I snore, I guess.
Yeah, it's only, like, in the early mornings or late at night, so I think it's like either temperature or humidity based, something like that.
Well, yeah, because this is only affected when I go outside. First thing in the morning, I start coughing, and when it turns nighttime, I'm like, like, you know, it starts. And I can have an asthma attack. Like, my coughs bring on the asthma attack. So it's just like but I have an inhaler, so it's fine. You had to run.
Yeah,
to get it.
You don't always have your inhaler. That's the thing. And I get after her when she doesn't have her purse on her. We went to the movies and we were coming back. We were with her sister. She was driving, and we were almost back to her sister's place, and she started having an asthma attack in the backseat of the car. And I'm just like, oh no, like this is happening. So like I get out of the car and I start sprinting towards my car because I thought that's where her purse was.
Right.
But she couldn't tell me that it was up in her sister's apartment. So, like, I sprinted all the way over there for nothing. By that time, the car caught up with me. I know it's kind of crazy to say. And then your sister ran up and got it because she was closer. But, yeah, that was insane.
I remember I was, like, tapping him on the shoulder because he was like, is she okay? That's lasting a pretty long time.
And then I just looked around and I'm like, oh, she's not okay.
Because I put my arm through the seat, because I was in the back seat, and because I like to let him sit in the front because he has longer legs.
I'm just a freakish giant.
He's not a freakish giant, but you're a gentle giant.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. So I like put my arm through the seat of the top, and I was like tapping him, like, and I couldn't breathe, so I was just like, oh! I didn't know what to say because I couldn't say anything.
Was that the day before or after we went with your parents? Because we went, it was really nice. Like, obviously, I asked her dad for the blessing, and then we all went out to dinner to celebrate afterwards at a Japanese restaurant that I guess that your mom likes.
I think that was after. I'm pretty sure it was after that.
Yeah.
Or it was before.
But no, like, as I mentioned before, and as is the case now, her parents love me. No problems there. And,
yeah,
we were able to FaceTime my parents and let them know.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's just kind of happening at once. The kitty and the engagement and my new job.
Is happening, like, the way it's supposed to, though. Like,
yeah.
Although there's some parts of it, like, obviously we would prefer to tell his parents and his family in person and have that experience with them in person.
Right.
We're not physically able to.
And we're flying out there in March.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I didn't want to wait like that long. It didn't make sense. At first, I wanted to, but
I don't think it's fair to keep parents out of the loop if something big happens like that.
yeah.
Because then they find out 3-4 months later, and then they're like,
Wait, what
why
happened?
didn't you tell us, like, first thing, because we've been like, because then that leaves them to worry about other things, and then it's just better to just tell them to include them in the celebration.
Right.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Right.
I know my parents would, that's my logic also, is that...
well, the only thing is that my parents haven't met you in person yet. So
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of do that stepping stone all at once instead of being like, surprise, this person that you never met, we're engaged. Cool.
Yeah, I was
Which
going
happens.
I was gonna start the FaceTime with "Hi, Mom and Dad."
Oh God, that would not have gone over well.
No, I'm sure they would hate me, but
So you have your wedding
Sorry.
dress. What was that alarm for?
waking up.
You've been up for like an hour and a half.
It's 11. It's my oh my gosh, I slept in longer than I thought I was going to.
Okay.
Alarm. It's my like.
It's your weekend. I'm being a lazy lump alarm.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Maybe.
So you're going wedding dress shopping?
I'm going to get my wedding dress today, and I say I'm going to get it because I'm like.
Doesn't it usually take 3 rounds? Like
That's for
fitting
people
and refitting?
that
and...
don't know what they want. So for people
Okay.
that haven't looked for the past 4 years about what they want.
You mean like what we did on our cake?
Yeah.
We were there for
We were
like
there for
an
an
hour
hour.
and 45 minutes.
And she was just like, I don't know what you guys want. And he was like, how about you put some like little objects on the side of the cake that look cool? And she's like, I don't know what you want. I felt so bad.
It wasn't that bad. Where are you going?
I just
I know
have
that your mom's taking
social anxiety with certain things, so like I felt like she was silently judging us. And I'm
Oh
like,
no, she was. So you know what you want.
Yeah, I know what I want. I mean, since I was 13, I was looking at wedding dresses like, oh, what am I gonna get?
As most females are wont to do.
Yeah, and because I knew that eventually that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to know what I wanted. Obviously, my taste has changed through the years, but there is a specific taste that has stayed pretty consistent. And when I go there, I'm gonna, show her a couple pictures and show her what I have saved on my on the David's Bridal website.
I thought you were going to say
And-
Pinterest.
No, they don't have Pinterest stuff. I'm not gonna. That's the thing. Also, is that what people do? Also, is that they find something online and they go, "That's my dress," and then they search everywhere for it, and nobody has it because it's like a custom made,
Right.
or it's something special, and it's like, we don't have that dress, and then you get disappointed, and you're looking everywhere for it. I've seen Say Yes to the Dress. I've seen like almost every episode. When I used to watch my grandmother for 5 months, I was looking for stuff that I could watch with her. And Say Yes to the Dress, she loved it because she loved seeing like all these young women, choose different wedding dresses, and it was fun for me too because I was like, oh, for future stuff. But yeah, I know what I want, and I have a particular dress in mind that when I go there, I feel like when I put it on, I'm just gonna be like, princess, and then I'm just gonna like either cry or giggly like.
Are you getting the gloves that like go up to?
Are you into
like
that? Do you like that?
Yeah, I'm into gloves.
You like white gloves with
Please don't
wedding
take that out of
dresses?
context.
No, don't. No, do
Yeah,
you
like-
the wedding gloves.
Yeah, not
Do
like
you
the
like lace
super
or like
lacy
the
ones.
solid white?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'll have to show you pictures.
Probably lace with like the solid like the
So how about solid with
ribbon.
lace?
Yeah.
Ribbon?
No. It's lace with solid ribbon.
I don't know if that exists.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Pick what you want.
I'm like rethinking my whole design now.
Okay, sorry.
But
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, like-
I should have said anything.
like yesterday, while we were coming back from the cake, we went into a bridal shop. It's called Off-White because the main store is called White of Dublin, and this one's called Off-White because it's like the discounted bridesmaids and brides dresses that don't get bought. So we went in there, and I was like, all right. And they're like, so what do you want? And I told them, and they immediately knew. They were like, oh, so she just wants an idea from you, because I didn't know what he wanted, and I knew what I wanted, but I didn't want to walk down the aisle and be like, oh, I'm so happy, and then his look is going to be like, oh, that's not my taste, and then I'm just going to, like, die inside.
What is she wearing?
Because
Ew.
I just have,
you
like...
really think I'm going to do that?
I already have bridal anxiety, because, like, I just can see, you know that you know, the tangled thing
The
where...
tangled wedding dress where she's in purple?
No, not the wedding dress, the tangled ever after.
No.
I was hinting at it for like an hour and he didn't get it.
No.
I got it, it's fine.
Oh.
There was like some food on your nose.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Remember the tangled little short ever after with the chameleon and the horse?
Oh, yeah, where they're like all going through town and
Yeah.
crazy.
Remember when they like there was a cutscene where he lost the rings and they were like, and now the rings, and they're like, oh, and the mother's like, that was my grandmother's ring, and then the soldier's like, the kingdom has fallen, and then the whole kingdom just explodes.
Right.
Yeah, that's me. So like how I imagine it is like I'm going down the aisle and like I'm really happy, and then he sees it and he's just like, that's not the dress that I wanted. And then my parents are like, oh dear God, she messed up. And I'm like, ah! And then the whole wedding just spontaneously combusts and explodes and we all die. That's...
This is what I deal with on a daily basis. Worth it.
Aw. Not that that's any logical, like, reality. That's not going to happen. And I know that. My anxiety doesn't know that. It thinks that, like...
It's anxiety.
Yeah, but it's not just like, oh, I'm just a stressed out person. Like, I think that something's actually going to happen.
Right.
That's not realistic. Like, if one of the groomsmen is like, oh, my vest is a little, like, an inch off. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to hate this wedding forever because he's going to look, like, not the way he wants to. And then I'll stress out. Or, like, I even made sure that, like, we're going to put on the invitations, like, preferences. If anybody has any allergies or anybody has any preferences, like, oh, they can't have lactose, so they can't have gluten or anything like that, then...
And the place is cool, because they... well, that's obviously how
they don't charge for accommodations.
Right. Well, that's how they make their money, is it's like $25 a head for all the food.
Yeah.
So...
so if there's accommodations, the chef is like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah, it's no problem.
They just make a separate
But they do it
dish
all
for them.
on site.
Yeah, and so on the invitations, if anybody's that's coming is watching this, make sure you put your allergies, or if you're allergic to any foods.
Well, we're going to be sending out the invitations afterwards. But
I know. We're sending the invitations out soon because we don't want to lose that day if we do have to get the bigger room.
Yeah.
Which I think if we send it out in a week, we'll be fine.
Yeah. A lot of my family is going to be not going to be able to fly out, which is understandable because either, you know, they're too far advanced in years or they don't have the means to. So it's going to be a lot less on my side as far as the body count. But we are planning on live streaming both the reception and the wedding.
It wouldn't be awfully bad though if we had the bigger room, because that's really nice.
Yes, it is, but it also costs like
it's $100. It's $100 more.
It's $200 more.
What?
Yep.
No, it's $400. No, it's $400 for the evening. It's $500 for the evening, $400 for the afternoon.
Right. The one downstairs, the middle-sized one, starts at $600 or $700.
No, it starts at...
I think it starts at $600 and then it's $700 for Saturday evening. So it'd be $200 more.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to check again.
I think so.
But I could have sworn it was just $100 in difference.
No.
Because they don't charge, like, a lot.
Baby, our number is not going to be above 80.
Okay. If it is, though, like...
I
never know.
I know.
Like, if I haven't talked to my uncle in years, and he has a whole family, so if they come, that adds to it.
Right.
If my aunt comes, that adds to it.
Well, there's invitations that I'm sending out but like only 20% of those people I know are going to come. And that was the 10-minute reminder alarm on her phone. We need to plan these things out better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw, little kitty. I'm so scared that she's gonna like go to our curtains and start shredding them. But
The
yeah, we
texture
have.
of the curtains, I don't think she will.
I hope not. We have a lot of things still to plan for the wedding, and the things that we have done are just basically we put the deposits down to lock it down, and we've given them rough details. We still have to iron things out as we go along, but we're making progress. I still have to do the website and the invitations, and then we're going to be working on the registry, and that's all going to go out at the same time. But yeah, a lot of stuff we have planned, a lot of stuff in the works, and we're excited to share this with you guys as we go forward and plan all of this stuff. But yeah, take care, you guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Wait. You know, be cute. Bye.
You barely see her. She's like the big.
Bye.
Okay.
I'm an abusive mom.
You
No.
are. It's a miracle Sam's likes this.
Hey!